Oh, happy Tuesday, my dudes. It is Tuesday morning. Yes, it is Tuesday morning. So thank you for being here an hour later than originally planned. Let me just start this off with why. So took the kid to school this morning, and on the way home I realized I didn't have anything to make for breakfast. I hadn't been to the grocery store to get eggs yet. So I sent him a text and I said, hey, what are the odds you want some Chick-fil-A or something? Because I don't have anything at the house, and I was not prepared to go into a store at all. Like I wasn't dressed for it and none of that stuff. So I went through the Chick-fil-A drive-thru and grabbed 2 chicken biscuits and 2 hash browns and came home and, we ate. But the problem was, which I didn't realize was a problem, I got their honey roasted barbecue sauce, which I normally use 1 or 2 packs. And as far as I know, it's normally fine. Well, today I used 4 packs. Not quite sure why, but I used 4 packs of that stuff. And then within like 10 minutes after eating, y'all, I felt awful. Like I felt like super hot, like somebody had turned the heat on in the house, and my hands were kind of shaky and clammy at the same time. And then my heart rate was racing a little bit, and I was like, oh man, this feels like what happened from eating at Taco Bell last summer. Not the one that just ended, but the one before it. And I'd already had the live stream set up, and I'm sitting here on the couch trying to be okay. And I'm like, no, I can power through this. We're going to be fine. And he's like, you look like shit. Like, we should probably postpone this. And I was like, okay, well, so I moved it to 11:30. So thank you guys for being here. And I downed a whole bunch of water and just been sitting still, not moving. And it's an hour later and I feel perfectly fine. Temperature has regulated itself. My hands are no longer clammy. There's no hand shaking. Heart is not pounding. It's normal. So I have to assume that I can no longer have Chick-fil-A's honey roasted barbecue sauce anymore. And you trying to be all up in the live stream like normal. I see. Y'all see Max. He's just chilling here. So thank you for coming back an hour later. It was necessary. It was needed. I love you all. I appreciate you immensely. So thank you. Now, from what you can see, the title, it does say extreme circumstances that force people to call 911. And the reason we were thinking about this is because last night, if you happened to catch the Mimosa Monday live stream where we were getting ready to go out to a birthday dinner, well, the kid did not go with us. She wanted to stay home. So we let her stay home. We went to the birthday dinner. But before we left, I said, listen, here's what's going to happen. If for any reason, anything happens at all, you immediately call 911 and you go banging on doors here if necessary. Because I don't know why, but yesterday my brain played what if. And I told her, I said, once we leave this apartment, don't you dare eat any food. Because suddenly my mind said that she's going to choke. The second we're not here, she's going to eat food. She's going to choke. We're going to come back. And then that's that. Because my mind plays really messed up games with myself. So I told her, I said, don't eat anything. And if you eat something and you choke, what I need you to do is immediately call 911 and then run banging on all the doors in the hallway until somebody answers. And that was it. That was like it was an extreme situation. The odds of anything like that happening, not zero, but probably very close to it. But I was so worried about it that I gave her this whole spiel on 911 and neighbors and whatever else. But of course, we didn't tell anybody that we were leaving and she was by herself. Not going to give anybody like a heads up of that kind of thing. But she at least knew what to do if there was an issue or a situation. So that's that. Now, okay, really quick, I want to say hi to everybody in the chat here because I know there's a lot of people hanging out. So we've got Sarah was here first at 10:30 this morning, so thanks, Sarah. And then Roy, or Ro, yeah. And then we've got Kimmy, Catitude, Charlene, J87, you're killing me, Jessica. And then we've got Annette. Oh, all the messages are gone. Waldo took away their messages. Jessica took away their messages. Okay, we got Shatika, we got Kim, Maria, Rex, Michael. Hi, Michael. We've got Kay. Carlary's not here. Was here to say hi and then left. Monica. Who else we got in here, guys? We got Maria, I think I said already. And then Irish Iris. My World as It Occurs to Me. Varia. And I think I've got about everybody. Texas Beach Bum. Oh, I figured out how to read that. It's like when you see those license plates and you can't quite tell what it says. Texas Beach Bum. I got it. And then we've got Dun, 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 dun. I think I got everybody. Harley, Amy, Sparky Tuttle, which I love that name. I don't know why. Pierrette. I don't know how to say your name, but I really think it's pretty, but I don't know how to say it, and I don't want to mess it up. Chosen One, Shimsa08. We've got Rose, Red in here, Treasure Hunter, Soul Surfer. Who else we got? Jessica Ocean, different Jessica than J87 Waldo. We got Carolina, Donna. We got a lot of people in here. Hi, Jamie. How's it going? Jamie, you should be, today's Tuesday. I think you're heading home today. I'm pretty sure you head home today from where you are. Oh no, it like reset. Where am I? I missed people because it reset. Y'all don't leave. I'm trying to get back to the names where I was. There's so many people here this morning. Okay, so Marvin, I'm glad you made it. Robert, Deborah, SW Fam Farm, Natasha, Ocean Soul. So they cloned Tyrone. We were actually going to watch that a couple nights ago. We ended up watching 6 Underground on Netflix instead, but I want to watch They Cloned Tyrone. Back to basics. Good morning, Annie and Christopher and Marilyn, Jen, Jeff, Minty, Madeline, Christine, Boney. I don't know what that one is, but I like that one. Heather C. I don't think I said hi yet. Deborah. Lynn. See, it keeps updating and then I lose where I'm at. Tracy, traveling through. Hey, traveling through. 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30. So it's 5:30 p.m. where you are, if I'm doing the math right. We got Amanda and Linda, Hope, Lorianne, Vanessa, Carly, G, Mandy, Susie. I think I got everybody. So thank you guys for being here in the live stream. I definitely feel much better right now than I did an hour ago. An hour ago, I was like, well, I'm going to lay down and take a nap and hopefully I wake up. Like that's how I felt about an hour ago. And now it's perfectly fine. So definitely going to go with allergic something. Don't eat honey roasted barbecue sauce.
Don't eat quinoa.
Y'all, this one here. So last night we went out to eat dinner. I have to explain this to you. And I've mentioned to you numerous times that he has severe allergies. And when we go out places, he forgets to tell the servers that certain things will kill him. And I'm like, you're not allowed to go out to eat without me anymore because I have to ask questions. So he orders this meal last night. It's grouper, quinoa salad, and something else, like all in one thing. And everybody orders. And our waitress, Lauren, very nice lady, I said to her, I said, hey, by any chance, just to be on the safe side here, does what he ordered have seeds in it? And he goes, it's grouper and it's quinoa. I'm sure it's fine. Sure enough, they add some sort of seeds to the quinoa to make it a quinoa salad, and it would have killed him in the middle of T's birthday dinner, and it would have just been a massive shit show all around. So I'm glad I asked, and they brought him mashed potatoes instead, because those won't bother him. You're welcome. I'm just saying. What would you do without me? I don't think you would know.
I'd muscle through it.
No, you wouldn't. You'd fall out on the floor, and then the ambulance would help you muscle through it, or the paramedics. The ambulance ain't gonna do it, but the paramedics would help you muscle through it. So that's that. So we had a lot of fun last night. For those of you who were curious, we did have a blast last night. We met some new people. It turns out all of T's friends are amazing, and we love all of his friends. I was the oldest one at the group, so I was the mom of the group, which was lovely. But it was a lot of fun. And the place, did you shake your head like, yep,
both
like you're
old.
the mom?
We're both old.
Yeah, that's true. We were both 2 of the oldest ones there, which is fine. It is weird hanging out with a bunch of 20-year-olds and early 30s, but it works, I guess. But we had a lot of fun, and that's what matters. And everybody was great, and the food where we went was really good. The views were great, but we learned some things while we were there yesterday about some situations that happened in the area that then made us start thinking about the whole 911 thing again outside of, the kid. And what did you have that you wanted to... You had a 911 thing.
I got a bunch of 911 stories.
Okay, give me one.
Which one do you want?
The first one. I don't know how else to.
All right. Well, let me give you a new one. Okay.
Okay.
Now, this is something that I talked about yesterday on one of my channels. I don't remember which channel it was, but there's a guy by the name of Ben Armstrong. Ben Armstrong used to go by BitBoy Crypto. And he now has a new YouTube channel called Ben Armstrong. And BitBoy Crypto changed the name of their channel to something else. I don't remember what it's called. and Discover Crypto is what they're calling it. It's a big scam that they're doing, right? Well, I see on YouTube's home screen that somebody called 911 yesterday or last night. Yeah. About Ben Armstrong.
Why would you call 911 about Ben Armstrong?
Ben Armstrong was the face of BitBoy Crypto, right? He was like Nate Black to channel makers. Everybody thought Nate Black was channel makers, only to find out after he left that he wasn't. And then channel makers changed their name to something else. Everybody thought Ben Armstrong was BitBoy Crypto until they got rid of him, changed the channel name, and now they doing something different, okay?
Okay.
Well, it gets a little bit more of the story starts to reveal itself over time as the days go by. And essentially, I think that these folks are robbing people of money, but that's not why they call 911. It's because Ben Armstrong is probably a little bit of a live wire. So there's a channel and it's Penguin Zero, okay? And I thought it was Penguinzo.
No, I knew it wasn't Penguinzo.
I thought it was
like, why do you keep saying it like that?
I thought it was Penguinzo, but it's Penguin Zero.
Which makes way more sense.
Well, it's actually Penguin Zio.
Penguin. But does he say his name?
Somebody called him Penguin Zero. But is it Penguin Zio?
Does he say his name?
I don't know.
Okay.
But he introduced me to some guy. If I can remember it, whichever video it was. Fauci?
Huh?
Fauci.
So not Fauci. Oh, not Fauci. I thought you were trying to say Fauci, and I'm like, wait, what?
Who's this Fauci guy? Fauci?
I don't know.
All right.
Unless he's trying to say Fauci.
Fauci Tube?
Oh, him. Okay.
All right, Fauci Tube. It's this guy. He's like a live wire. He's all over the place, right? He's kind of like out there. He got arrested on one of his streams. And then we got another one. And these are all folks calling 911 who it's all happening like back to back to back. I think this guy's name is Johnny Somali. And they called 911. I don't know if it's 911 in Japan, but he got arrested in Japan for doing crazy stuff on stream. But either way, this Ben Armstrong guy who used to be BitBoy Crypto's face, I think he's along the same lines of these folks. He has a history of drug use. Mm-hmm. There's some questionable business decisions happening here. So he apparently goes to confront his former employer.
Oh, the word confront. Okay, keep going.
Last night, for which they then call 911.
When you confront somebody, sometimes that happens.
But here's why.
Like you said, he went to go have a sane, reasonable, calm conversation.
But here's why I decided to bring this one up first.
Okay.
Is it because it says Ben Armstrong, comma, founder of BitBoy Crypto Channel, comma, released on bail after arrest. Armstrong has had an apparent fallout with his former business partners. Several tweets suggest crypto influencer Ben Armstrong has been released. Now, this is according to CoinDesk.com.
Okay.
Crypto influencer Ben Armstrong has been released on bail after he was arrested during the late hours of Monday after an apparent confrontation with his former business partner, part of which was live streamed on X, formerly Twitter.
Live streamed? Who live streamed it?
He did.
Ben Armstrong live streamed?
Yeah.
He live streamed going there to confront somebody and then getting arrested?
Yeah. Oh, if you just watch him for about 8 seconds, you're going to realize something ain't right with this dude, okay? If you just watch him for like 8 seconds, you're going to realize like he probably on something.
Okay. I mean, you have to be on something to live stream yourself going to act a fool.
All these other people out here acting crazy. But here's where things kind of take a turn that I had.
Somebody says BA is a tweaker.
I did not know this.
Okay.
Until now.
That he was
An online record at the Gwinnett County Sheriff's Department
Holy.
site shows one Benjamin Charles Armstrong was arrested for loitering, prowling, and for simple assault by placing another in fear with a bond amount of $2,600.
What's he doing in Gwinnett County?
Gwinnett County.
Gwinnett County. Yeah, that's where we moved from, just so everybody's fully aware.
Yeah.
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 Who knew?
We've probably
Hotbed.
seen this guy.
We have probably seen him. But what does he look like? I bet you money we've seen him, because when you showed me him, I mean, he looks like half the men in Gwinnett County, though.
He's actually lighter now. He used to be bigger.
Oh, I thought you meant like skin tone. I'm like, you do the Michael Jackson
he used to be heavier.
cream. I bet money we have seen him at some point.
Oh, no, absolutely.
Have you sent it to your brother?
No. So, as we continue on here, it says, hang on, I got to get back to my spot.
Oh, Kenny said, yeah, it was last night. He was with his girlfriend and he's married.
Oh, well, we about to get to that.
Oh,
we're about to get to that.
We're about to get to that. This is fun.
It says Armstrong was apparently carrying a gun in the backseat of his car and was traveling with one other person. A live stream snippet on X indicated. And then if we switch over here to Bitcoin.com, BitBoy Ben Armstrong arrested during a live stream over stolen Lambo.
Wait, was it stolen Lambo, or was it because he went to confront somebody and got in trouble because they feared for
It's clickbait title.
Okay.
Which one? We're going to get into this. And it says that crypto personality Ben Armstrong, also known as BitBoy Crypto, has been apparently arrested outside the house of an ex-business partner of his, Carlos Diaz. On September 25th, Armstrong appeared in front of his home, where he was later met by law enforcement after them calling 911. BitBoy live streamed his attempt to confront Diaz on YouTube, alleging the latter had been extorting and threatening him while also having stolen his Lamborghini.
Okay.
The stream is interpreted while he is...
Interrupted. I was like, we've interpreted the stream to be not suitable for...
The stream is interrupted while he is talking with police who arrived on the scene to search and question him. During his conversation with the officers, Armstrong said he was unarmed, but told them he had a gun in his car. He then revealed that a woman, whom he apparently had an affair with, was also in the truck, adding she was involved in the situation and that his wife knew about it.
I have so many more questions now. I've never cared about this person. I've never thought about who this person was, but now I want to know everything.
If anybody can get to the bottom of this, it'll be you, for sure, with your investigative journalism skills.
And because I know people in Gwinnett County, I'm just going to start calling everybody and be like, do you know Ben Armstrong? Do you know his side piece? Do you know his wife?
In my opinion, one, the girl that he supposedly had an affair with is way out of his league. The apology video with his wife in the background talking about this girl and having an affair with her was cringe.
Okay. Oh, there's a video.
Oh, my God. Yeah, there's so much.
So you've seen the girl, the mistress?
Yeah.
And out of his league? Because normally the guys go down. Like, not like that, but like, it's not normally a step up.
Based on how he looks, based on the one little picture I saw of her, based on his wife, like...
Oh, I have so many questions.
So, either way, in my opinion, this is all clickbait, because you would think that they called the cops on him because he stole a Lamborghini. But obviously, I knew that this was going to be an angle of him claiming that they stole his Lamborghini, which more than likely is owned by the corporation, the business, the holding company. And more than likely, my guess would be that he knows the truth.
Hey, the truth will set you free.
He knows whether or not any of this is even, there's a fraction of legitimacy here, but he also knows that if he streams it as if he's the victim, he will get more subscribers, more followers, more people buying into his coin, more donations, more support. And in my opinion, I think that I wouldn't trust him. And I think that this is all a scam and a game. And he is an actor, in my opinion. And this is the beginning of a massive deception of so many people, not on the FTX level, but
So this Kenny says they started going after him right after he came back from the Bahamas. He was hunting down Sam Bankman Fried, however you're supposed to say his name.
who started going after him? Who was hunting? What's going on?
I don't know who they are. That's the question.
Like that,
Kenny, who is they?
I hear you, but
Oh, I don't know.
nothing is registering.
Okay, that's fine. I was replying to comments, so I thought maybe I missed something that you were saying over there.
Yeah. So look, I just, it all seems kind of sketch to me. It all seems like there's a motivation and an agenda and a push here behind what's going on, mainly to deceive the public into siding with him, or more importantly, giving him money. Really, I think that this guy is just after money, people's money. He has a problem with money. He probably has a problem with controlled substances. He has a problem with lying.
Yeah.
He has a problem with his wife and his mistress. And now he has a problem with Gwinnett County Police and Carlos Diaz and however many people are going to be on this list. He's even had problems in the past with other YouTubers and other crypto, well-known names in cryptocurrency. He's been sued multiple times basically for lying, and it just continues on. It goes on and on and on. But there's so many people out there who don't know the story, who don't know him. So when they see this, they say, "Oh my God, look at this poor guy, and look how bad they're treating him."
Yeah.
And it's like, no, that's not the case. Like, just rewind. Just Google search him. Just YouTube him. YouTube is the new Google now.
That is true.
And you will see there's so much documented proof out there, and even him himself going back on things that he said in the past, massive apologies, continuous apologies, this, that, and the other, left and right, withdrawing lawsuits, obviously, because he had no ground to stand on. And then, him sitting there next to his wife as she's like,
yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I had a lapse in judgment. I didn't relapse, but, I was taking some weight loss pills and some steroids, and, I guess I just lost control, and I had an affair. What?
Well, how does losing weight have anything to do with anything? Nothing makes sense.
What? What are you talking about?
I was eating a chicken sandwich and I had a relapse, and I don't even like the thing.
Yada yada yada. It fell out.
And I don't even know where that goes.
The other thing was he posted this video, and he says, I have a new channel. My name is Ben Armstrong. I'm no longer BitBoy Crypto, yada, yada, yada. BitBoy is dead. However, I'm still waiting on my equipment to show up so I can record a video. How long is it? He didn't have a microphone. How long does it take to get him? Nope. I didn't know he lived in Georgia. Okay. Number one, you can order a microphone from Amazon and have it the next day.
Or in 2
Number
hours.
two,
There's so many warehouses.
You could have gone to Best Buy on Pleasant Hill or Mall of Georgia and picked up a microphone. Number three, you could have ran over to damn Guitar Center and got you a Shure SM7B, which is where I got mine.
Yep.
The same day. You are a damn liar. You're a liar. I see why people call it damn 911.
So I thought you were going to talk about the one that just happened.
Until I saw that.
I thought you were going to talk about the one that just, literally just happened today. That says ex-police chief's Apple Watch called 911 after he was struck in fatal Vegas hit and run.
No, I don't think it did it today. I think it was
published September 26th at midnight.
But he this happened.
Oh, okay. So I just saw that headline, and I was thinking about that because even the Apple Watch and Apple, I think itself, I don't know if the Samsungs do it. If y'all know, let me know, because I have a Samsung, but I don't think it works like that. If you're in some sort of accident and your phone has a certain amount of impact, or your watch detects that your heart rate has changed significantly or something like that, it'll call 911 for you. It's like the new OnStar or something, I think.
So Officer Tatum, he talked about this 8 days ago. So that's about, it's not just now. I think they're just now talking about how the watch did it.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I saw that. Okay. Yeah. So that that's one of those extreme 911 calls or whatever where you would, like, heaven forbid you were carrying your phone and you drop it down a flight of stairs, because anything's possible, Butterfingers, whatnot, and it hits the ground hard. Does your phone then call 911, and then you have to race down the stairs to get it in time before it like connects or whatever? But then what happens when you actually fall down the stairs trying to get to your phone, and by the time you land, you're like, no, yeah, I need an ambulance now. Like, that's how my brain goes with it. You just got to be careful, I guess. I think I've told you guys before, I called 911 when I was little because I was stupid. My mom left me with a babysitter, and I was like maybe 5, maybe 6. Ma, if you're in here, let me know if you remember this. I think I was either 5 or 6. She was out and I was home with the babysitter, and it was when you still had the rotary phones and with the really long cords, so you could dial 911. It took a second, obviously, but I didn't get caught. And then I took the phone around the corner because the cord would stretch. And when the operator answered, what are you doing to my thing? When the operator answered, all I remember, I don't remember the whole entire conversation, obviously, but it's one of those 911, what's your emergency? And it was something along the lines of my babysitter wouldn't let me do something. No. I remember. The lady asked for my mom, and I said, she's not here. And then she said, what about your dad? I said, he's not here. But she didn't say the word babysitter. So I never said babysitter either. So they thought I was home by myself. And next thing you know, here comes a police officer and a fire truck and an ambulance. At the same time, my mom is pulling up because I'd hung up on the 911 person. I did not tell the babysitter I called 911. So when all these things show up, she's going, what the hell? Like, what is happening? It was very interesting. That's all I got to say. Well, I can't see anybody's comments because you took my computer. What are people saying? You figured out how to do it? Y'all, look what he just did. He put a poll in the live chat. He saw that on
Amala.
No. Amala Ekpanobi's channel. She had a live stream and she had a live chat in it. And I was like, how? Like, I didn't know how that worked. And I still don't know how to get back to how do I get to because now it just shows me this part. Just hit this? No, I don't want to do that. How do I? Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, look. So far, people are saying, how many times have you called 911? 47% are at multiple times. 28% are at never. 26% are at once. Okay, so now you have to tell me in the either
how
the live
did you
chat,
feel the first time you called 911? Was it like nervous? Like, holy crap, I gotta call these jokers. And then is it like, I didn't realize that when you called her, like, who are you and what's your phone number? Like, they want to know.
So Susie said, yes, nervous. Well, that's what I was saying when we did the live stream after I called 911 for the girl that was slumped over her steering wheel. I was nervous calling them. Like, heart rate sped up, hands, I was like shaky. It was like one of those, like it was like I was in the situation kind of thing. I don't know, but it's nerve wracking. Weirdly, there's this movie, and I think it's on Netflix with Jake Gyllenhaal. The Guilty, is that what it's called?
I don't know. I just saw a preview the other day.
Yeah, I want to watch that. It's about him being a 911 operator, but I can't figure out if he's a good guy or a bad guy or whatever. But I want to see that. There's another movie out there. I think it's Halle Berry. That's a 911.
I think that one's called Operator.
Operator. Right? And then, do you remember that movie, Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3?
Yeah.
That one with Denzel Washington and John Travolta. I love that one. It's not really a 911 operator. He was like a trained person, right? But it was still along the same lines, in my opinion. Maybe it's a little different. Either way, I really like that movie. Most of the people in here were kids playing on phones.
Yeah.
Oh no, Annette said hubby was unconscious. No, that one's no good.
Yeah.
I've had to call 911 a couple times because of him being unconscious also from anaphylactic shock. Dumbass.
And if you call by accident and you hang up, they're coming. They're sending cars.
Yeah, there's that. So I've told the kid, I did tell the kid though, I was like, you don't call 911 just to see what it's like because they can arrest you. I don't know if they can, but I wanted her to know that if you do it for no reason whatsoever, they can arrest you and you'll be tried as an adult. Doesn't matter what age you are. But I also didn't want to scare her into never calling 911 because I was like, but if it's like a real thing or you're worried about something for real, you should call them. But don't just call and be like, hey, what you doing? Yeah, whatever. that's not cool. But I do want her to know that she can call if there's an actual situation, but not to like dick around and just call them for no apparent reason.
I wonder if 911 is international. Like everywhere is 911. Like Australia.
Traveling through, is 911 911 for you, or is that only here? Oh, the reason I asked this also, or well, technically he asked, but it made me think about something. So the kid is showing me, there's this song called Mama's Boy, where she's teaching me how to do the I don't remember how to do A now, whatever. It's a sign language, American Sign Language. But then it does another version that looks totally different. And I was like, what's that? And she's like, European Sign Language. Why isn't it the same everywhere? I understand languages are different, but I thought sign language was supposed to be like legitimately universal so that you could communicate with anybody anywhere. Is that not the case? Or was this other person just making random crap up and trying to get people to believe it was a different kind of sign language?
That's a good question.
I know.
As complex as Mandarin is, you would think that their sign language would be equally as complex.
And so Pierrette says in England it's 999, and some other places there's different versions. In Canada is 911. Yeah. Big Teddy Bear said, I only call 911 when there's an emergency. If I just need the police, I call the local office number. Yeah, so that's what I've also told the kid about. If it's just something where you might need something, but you're not 100% positive, either look up the local police or if necessary, call 911. But if local police number, like whatever, would do it, then go that route.
Do you remember the story the woman told us at Muzi in Shaw, Mississippi?
Nope.
They're out in the middle of nowhere.
Yes.
They're in the middle of nowhere. She said her husband fell off a ladder one time and blew out like the side of his leg. So she just like wrapped him up. Like Calmas just wrapped him up, threw him in the truck, drove him 100 miles to the emergency room or something. Mm-hmm. Because where she lives, she's on the line of 2 different counties. Uh-huh. But her cell phone is the wrong county. So if she calls 911 from her cell phone, okay, it gets the wrong county, and then they're like, no, we can't help
cross
you.
that little line right there.
But even still, by the time they get her to who she should talk to and anyone drives to them, you might as well just drive yourself. Like it was wild is where they were, like in the middle of nowhere.
So Madeline says our non-emergency number has banker's hours. It's ridiculous, which is true. A lot of times the non-emergency numbers, they're like, we're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. And it's like, well, but what if I need you at 8 or 7? Like,
that was like watching Kara and Nate on that island recently with Nate's parents.
Yes. Where was it again? It starts with a T.
That's a damn good question.
Togo? No, that's not real.
Tonga.
Right?
I don't know. I'm making that up.
No, they say it somewhere. It's Tonga. That sounds right. Sure, that sounds right. But they were left to fend for themselves for 72, 96, however many hours. And I was like, there's scorpions on that ground. There's all kinds of stuff.
Tonga.
Yeah. What happens if something happens? What do you do? And it's not like they didn't leave them with like a satellite phone or something.
Did y'all see that one?
Why did you just yell that at them? Why did you yell at them? Did y'all see that one?
I was trying to yell through the phone, like through 5G. Like
I'm not quite sure. Oh, side note, I found out why we keep getting 4G versus 5G. They're building new towers. And so they're messing with old ones, building new ones. And so service is going in and out everywhere around here.
But the thing is like, they're over here hacking coconuts with these machetes and doing different things. I'm like, what happens if you have an emergency
machete accident,
an emergency on this island, this deserted island? Like you had better be a first like aid, trauma, ready, like trained, because ain't nobody coming to save you.
Yeah. No,
there's no 911.
Well, they're just gonna say go stick your half amputated leg in the salt water.
There's no 911. There's no 911.
If you get hit with a machete.
Which his mom ended up falling on some rocks or something.
She did. His mom fell and her leg looked gnarly. It's bleeding. It's whatever. And I'm like, you don't have Tylenol. You don't have a tourniquet. You don't have literally anything. You're going to get sepsis, ma'am. All for YouTube. Like, not all for YouTube. That's not why they do it. But I'm just saying, it is a video. You're doing these things because, it's interesting and it will look good on YouTube. But things like that, especially certain age groups, I'm like, you gotta be a little bit more wary or a little bit more careful. And by certain age groups, I mean my age and up.
So what was the other one I sent you?
Oh, the other one. Hi, Tammy. Tammy made it in. Richard. Let's see. What was the other one? Yeah, it's ridiculous how I feel 100% better now. And literally an hour and a half ago, I was like, maybe we're calling 911 in a little bit. That's crazy. Oh, y'all, Lauren Boebert, she likes to stay in the headlines. This one's old though. This is from May, but it said Lauren Boebert's son called 911 in tears to report his father was throwing him around the house. Then she took the phone. I don't know the whole context. This is literally, I just have literally the headline here. I don't have the whole context. I don't know if dad was literally throwing the kid around the room, like if he was being one of those abusive parents, or if the kid was just saying that and dad wasn't doing anything, which is why mom took the phone, or if the kid was being hurt and mom took the phone because she didn't want the press to know or whatever else. If that's the case, Lauren Boebert needs a throat punch. That's that. So I'm going to look this one up later. I just have the headline for it, but I'm going to look it up. But I do believe it's hard for kids to know that they should call the police if their parents are doing something to them, because those same parents are the same ones teaching them that the police are bad, probably, or teaching them that if they say anything to anybody, then worse things are going to happen to the kid. So if a kid really does pick up the phone to call the police on their parents, and it's very justifiable, kudos to the kids, and then obviously firing squad for the parents. That's when I'm like, I think I believe in the old school way of eye for an eye, stoning, shooting squads, those kind of things. Yeah. Let me see a person literally raise a hand to a child in a trying to physically hurt them, harm them kind of way. Not like one of those little butt smacks when your kid's acting a fool or whatever else, or that arm grab that you have to do sometimes where they're just whatever. I've seen those. But if I ever see like an adult physically like punch a kid, please understand I'm coming at you like a freaking wildcat, and good luck. I will fight you tooth and nail. I will leave all my teeth and nails in your skin if I have to. But that's just me. Not everybody is the same, and that's fine. But this one over here would be like, remember when no, I should have called 911. That time I took that girl home, but instead I took the girl home instead of calling 911. You were so mad at me. Understandably so. But what the hell was I saying? Squirrel brain. I don't remember what I was saying, y'all.
911.
Watch.
No,
that's a 911.
For real, read it.
Watch Porsche 911 GT3 chase down hit and run Chevy Trax driver. Ooh, wait, what? The Porsche owner put his car's power to use and immediately ending any attempt at running from the accident. No, I would be that person.
He could have called 911, but he says, nah, bruh. We're going to run this 4-liter to 9,000 RPM. I'm going to catch your ass, okay? What would you do if you get a hit and run? Do you just like take it, own it, or do you break the law and chase him down?
Oh, don't ask me, because I'm on video, and they can then refer back to this live stream when I say, if you hit me and try to run, I will chase you.
It says
will chase you so hard. As long as my kid's not in the car. If my kid's in the car, it changes everything completely. If it's just me, I'm going to chase you down. I'm going to pit maneuver you into the side of something so you can't get out of your vehicle. And then I don't know what.
This is from carscoops.com. It says, the caption on this image of the dash of this 911 says, "Oh, no, you don't." And it says accidents happen all the time, but sometimes the person responsible for it tries to get away. In this case, the at-fault driver was behind the wheel of a Chevrolet Trax, and when they attempted to run away, the car they hit gave chase. Given that the car they hit was a Porsche 911 GT3, the chase was short and sounded amazing.
Oh, I was going to say something. Oh, so Ocean Soul said, I watched a video today that not long ago, 2 women beat up an 11-year-old girl. And it made me think of, there was this story that came out. I don't even want to tell you when, because I don't know when. I don't know if it was like weeks ago, months ago, a year ago. I think it was weeks ago, where a teenage teenage boy, I think he was like 16, maybe if that. He's a host at a restaurant, and a group of people came in and they all wanted to sit together. And the kid told them, well, if you want to be seated right now, I have to split you up. If you want to wait, it'll be like an hour and I can try to get a table together. And they got mad and they beat this child to within inches of his life. And people stood around and watched it. I can't understand who just stands around and watches somebody get hurt. Like, a lot of people will be like, well, what if they turn it on you and blah, blah, blah. And this is what we talked about in that 911 live stream a couple days ago. But if I'm there, blah, 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 and this is what we talked about. If I'm there and I'm watching somebody get physically harmed for literally no apparent reason, or even if there is a reason, I'm still going to try to be of assistance to the one who's getting hurt, unless that person deserves it. What, and I know that's different, but
what's this?
Oh yeah, no, I would have sped up for him too. You can't do that. He was like, no, I was totally gonna pull over. That's why I was moving. Man, that happened to me. That happened to me. Do you not remember when Ellie and I were in my Mustang forever and ever and ever ago? We're driving. So my sister-in-law and I had an old convertible Mustang, and we're driving, and there's a guy in a vehicle next to us, and he's not all the way past us and just pulls right into the side of my car. And I'm like, and he continues to keep going. Well, unbeknownst to him, there was a police officer who saw it happen. And so the police officer comes up, pulls us both over, and then gives that guy a ticket and, walks around my car and checks it or whatever else. But at that point I was like, well, what do I do? Because I don't know how old I was, but whenever I had the green Mustang, dude just pulls right into me and keeps going like it's nothing.
Well, I was thinking about that yesterday. So as we were leaving here to go to dinner, there are these street lights that go from yellow to red, I think. There's no green.
Yeah.
They just go from yellow to red. They're a crosswalk.
Uh-huh.
So pedestrians push the button, they go to red, and they walk across. But they're not people don't pay attention. I was actually recording a video sitting right here. Mm-hmm. And the lady in the garage next to us, she's walking this way, right? Uh-huh. And she gets right there, and this car rolls through the stop sign like normal. No one stops at stop signs here.
Yeah, because you can't see around.
They just roll through the stop signs. Well, they're rolling through, and she's walking, and she literally looking at the driver like, what are you doing? The driver just continues to roll through. Oh. Didn't see her, only was looking for more traffic, but literally just rolls through, blows through the crosswalk, and she's just like...
That's happened to me and the kid 3 or 4 times so far, which is why I have taught Max. He knows when he sees the yellow, we stop. He stops with me because I'm like, we're not walking out into this crosswalk until we stop and make sure, because I see the car coming. It doesn't mean they see us here.
No one ever stops.
They never stop.
Never stops.
The last time it was an older lady, white hair, older lady, and then the kid in the passenger seat looked at me like, she was probably going to kill you if you hadn't stopped walking. She was just going to run you over.
So I was walking over there the other day, and it happened on camera. I recorded it, and I got real mad. I started yelling. But the sign was covered up by some trees. So I'm like, but this is common sense. It's like when you see a crosswalk, a stop bar, it's like, So either way, I walk across, I'm yelling, I'm angry, I'm pissed. I look through I'm like, the tree's in the way. There wasn't a stop sign. There was a sign, but it just is a sign that it's a crosswalk. There's no stop sign. So if you then think that that's the case everywhere, you just ignore the stop sign. So it's really weird that there's no stop sign over there.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. But on the main highway...
You're talking about the one yesterday, right?
As the guy pushed the button and he starts walking across, the guy on the other side, on the westbound side, he's in La La Land. And he just blows through the red light. 2 of them. And if the kid had been going any faster or running, they would have just ran over him.
Yep. Would have been immediate.
So as I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, well, there's nothing I can do. But I was thinking to myself, if it happened, the first thing I would do is pull out my phone to record it. And I'm already playing through it in my mind. I would jump out and I would run over there, and I would say on the video, I am not doing this for views. I'm doing this for documentation. Because I can't, and I don't think anybody really can physically be calm enough in a situation like that where you see someone literally probably dead accurately capture everything.
Yeah.
So I'm going to record it. So I can record the car. I want to record the face of the driver of the car. I want to record the tag because odds are they're probably going to run.
Yeah.
And the reason being is because when you give this information to the police, they're going to track down the car, but whoever owns the car is going to be like, oh, I wasn't driving.
Yeah.
Well, bullshit.
I got your face.
I got
Yeah.
you. See what I'm saying? This is just like the little bit of justice that could be served to whoever ultimately was the victim of people being so.
And that's the downside is right now, a lot of people are like, you see something happen and it's everybody's first instinct now to pull out your phone and record. And instead of go over and try to stop something or do something, you want to pull out your phone and record. And that's such a double-edged sword, in my opinion, because if you're standing there with your phone recording, it's going to make it impossible for you to go help. And then you're also not paying attention to what's going on around you. So anything could happen to you because you're focused on recording whatever this is. At the same time, that recording could be what either saves somebody from going to jail or put somebody in jail
or find somebody.
You just never know.
It's like the movie Taken. You're going to be taken. You're going to have a limited amount of time to tell me as much as you can possibly tell me to find you. So I'm thinking like, all right, if it happens, it sucks. There's nothing you can do because obviously this person's probably going to be dead. But at least I can try to capture as much information as possible to help bring justice.
Yeah.
Not to get views.
Yes.
But this car accident that happened here says that we've seen plenty of other hit and run incidents here. Sometimes the criminals appear to get away. In other cases, they leave identifying pieces behind, like their license plate. And in one case, their actor Gary Busey and the victim tracks them down while filming. In this instance, the video comes to us from the dash cam mounted inside of a Porsche 911 GT3 featured on the YouTube channel Cali Speed. The video shows the Porsche in lane 3 trundling along while a silver Chevrolet Trax in lane 1 makes 2 consecutive lane changes.
And then just bumps right into the side of him.
In doing so, it appears that the Trax driver doesn't see the Porsche at all or just simply ignores it. In any case, the Trax driver bumps into the Porsche and we hear a crunch, followed by the sound of pieces rattling around on the road. Somewhat wildly, the Trax driver then guns it, seemingly attempting to speed away from the scene and escape accountability.
Real quick, let me just put it out there like this. If you're not in something better than a Porsche, don't try to outrun a Porsche because it's not going to work.
That's when the Porsche driver drops a couple gears and reels in the compact SUV with ease. The Chevrolet driver that then appears to notice the futility of running and pulls into a parking lot. Now, this is where things take a turn, okay?
Mm-hmm. Oh, why?
I'll let you read it.
According to the video description, the Trax owner blamed the Porsche driver first, then claimed that they didn't have their insurance card, only to later admit that they didn't have insurance, which pretty much explains why they tried to flee in the first place. That's about accurate. That is about accurate. Yeah. You know what? You just never know. So my mom was in a weird little car accident a little while ago, and now the other person is trying to sue her, even though my mom's insurance was already like, no, this isn't accurate. This isn't accurate. We're not giving you this. No. So now they're trying to take my mom to court, and I'm like, listen, that's not going to work well for you, just so you're fully aware, because again, I can't say what I would do, but again, we're on video. I can't say anything.
Right, so we have one more. We have one more that I sent you, right?
One more that you sent me. Yes. So the other one, a lot of you guys are going to know what this one is. F-35 pilot called 911 after parachuting into someone's backyard. And this is from the temporarily missing fighter jet that was about a week ago that then was found and all this other stuff. But can you imagine? It made me think of, when I read the headline, it made me think of Transformers, when the kid is out, he looks outside and then there's like a transformer in his pool and he goes into his parents' bedroom and he's like, there's a, what do you call it? I don't know what he called it. He said there's a something in the backyard and the parents are like, oh my gosh, Billy, go back to sleep. And then they look at it like, oh my God, right? But that's what it made me think of. You have some random person in your backyard calling 911. I don't know. That made me think of that, and I have no clue why.
Was it that movie or was it a different movie?
No, that's Transformers.
I thought it was a movie with some dinosaurs in it or something.
Dinosaurs. Well, no, that's also happened when the T-Rex was back there.
Yeah.
No.
T-Rex was drinking water out
Oh
of the
yeah, there's a
pool.
dinosaur in the backyard, and the parents are like, "What?" And then the mom was like, "This is why you can't let him watch the stuff." You're right. It's the dinosaur. It's the one of the newer.
She immediately jumped on the husband's back, and she's just blaming it on him. And then she's like, "Oh shit, there's a dinosaur in the backyard."
I remember. I remember now. So dinosaurs. See, Iris gets it. Dinosaur. Because that's how Broski says it in the very first Jurassic Park when he's walking through. Hamlin, is that his name? Hamlin, the white guy who made the whole park. Dinosaurs. I don't know why it amuses me every single time, but it does.
All right,
Anyway.
we gotta go.
Oh yeah, because you have a live stream. Okay, y'all. Thank you for being here with us today. I love you all immensely. You are the best. Hey, when this is over and done, if you didn't get to leave it in the live stream, I would love to hear your 911 instances if you want to share them, because I know sometimes they are traumatic reasons, not just, as a kid I did this or accidentally butt dialed 911, which I've done so many times, it's ridiculous. And then you have to say,
Oh yeah,
no,
that
no.
emergency button thing.
Yeah, because you're like, I know, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Like
my left
for
butt
some
cheek called
reason,
you.
when I put my phone in my swim trunks, the mesh has the ability to do stuff.
So what's opening it up?
The mesh.
The mesh. I was about to say, because the only other thing in your swim trunks that's kind of finger-like. Did you put that down as one of your thumbprints? Oh gosh. Okay, done. I don't even know if Samsung would allow that. They're like, I'm pretty sure. What? There's no What is this thing called? What is it called?
Your forefinger? What are you doing?
No, the thingy.
You rolling a booger or something? What are you doing?
Fingerprint.
Oh.
Because but then I can't say penis print because that is a thing. That's why guys wear gray shorts.
I mean, there's such thing as a dick print. I mean.
Okay, I guess there's that. But I don't think Samsung would let you use that to open your phone. Oh, y'all, I love you. Clearly, I feel better now. Y'all have third leg. Yes, ocean. Okay, stop. We're done. We made it all the way through this with it being kind of sort of PG-13, PG, and then we just right over the edge at the back end. Okay, I love y'all. Hold this, please. I can't get to the thing. Y'all have a great rest of your Tuesdays, my dude. And again, like I said, leave your 911 story in the comments if you want to. If not, no harm, no foul. It's fine. But I love you, and we'll see you on the next one. Kid, love you. Bye. Adios.